Hello students, in the last lecture we have started chapter number 5, that is etiquettes. First of all, what is the meaning of etiquettes? Etiquettes means, in simple words, if you want to say, etiquettes means manners. We have studied about the different types of etiquettes and we have studied the telephone etiquettes in details. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about foreign business trip etiquettes. Now, where is the foreign business trip etiquettes? Now, as we all know that nowadays there are many business trips of foreign countries happening due to the globalization. Our businesses have spread in all the countries of the world. So it is necessary for some of the employees to visit the foreign countries. Okay, and which are the things that we have to keep in mind while going for a foreign business trip? See, first of all, this thing is very challenging because you are carrying your impression, you are carrying your company's impression to that particular country, right? So it is very much important to communicate properly. Okay, it is totally depending upon how you communicate. If you are communicating in a proper manner, then the foreign business trip will be successful and it will be rewardful for your company also, right? As we know that in different countries the habits and the cultures are totally different, so we have to keep in mind few things while we are going on a foreign business trip. Let us study them one by one. Okay, the first thing is, first of all, you have to learn a bit about the culture where you are traveling. You have to learn about the culture, you have to learn about the work culture, you have to learn about the people of the country. For example, in Asia, if you are giving a business card, then in Asian countries the business card is given with both the hands. Okay, and when somebody is giving you the greeting business card, so you have to place it in the shirt pocket, not in the pant pocket. So these are some etiquettes that you have to study, right? In China also, the handshake can be seen as aggressive, while a light handshake with a slight nod of the head is normal. China, the people are using a mild handshake, not a vigorous handshake. Aussies, the people from Australia, are using vigorous handshake, right? So this is also one type of etiquette that you have to know about the culture where you are going to travel, right? Second one is, learn a few choice phrases. See, I have shown the image of Mr. Trump. You all might be knowing, you all might be remembering that few months back when Mr. Trump was here, he tried to speak Hindi, and this will create some good impression of him. Means he was well prepared, right? He had prepared some phrases like in Hindi. The Trump was saying Namaste Modi, Namaste Ahmedabad. Right. Similarly, if you are going at some another country, then you have to also learn few phrases that are very commonly used. You have to learn the phrases that are very commonly used, like thank you, good morning, after you. Right. So this will also create a good impression of yours. The third one is, keep it professional. Many people are having some habits like, whenever they are talking with some people, they get frank very easily. If you are going for a business trip, so it is compulsorily required to be professional. You have to keep the relations professional. If you are talking with someone, if you are communicating with someone, then oversharing is also not important. Overshare, do not overshare, right? Then commenting on a colleague's family, lookout, appearance, holidays, it will sometimes cause uncomfortable moments, right? So it is very much important to be professional while you are talking with someone. The fourth one is, praise the country and its cuisine, never criticize it. If you are going in any country, then it is very much important to praise that country. You have to say good things about the country, even if that country is reporting some governmental issues or the people are having some another issues, then also you do not speak anything bad about that country. You always praise the cuisines, the varieties, the food items of that particular country, even if you are not liking it, right? So it is very much important to praise the country, its cuisine. Never criticize any country. Shown here two images. There is no need to say anything. You all know what these images speak. Okay, the fifth thing is the fifth thing is take into account that country's time. Now in most of the countries there are different time schedules. Let us talk about India. If the meeting start time is 1 o'clock, then the meeting will start around 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So we can say the punctuality is not there. While in several other countries, if we talk about Japan, right, in Japan what happens, if the meeting time is set for 1 p.m, then most of the people that are going to attend the meeting will reach there before 1 p.m. So this is one etiquette that we have to study. If you are going in another country, then you have to follow the time schedule, right? So if you are going to attend a meeting in Japan or Russia, then you have to reach there before time. Okay, and the last one is, from small talk big things come. See, whenever you are going for a foreign trip, you have to become a good listener. It is very much important to be a good listener. If somebody is saying something about his country, his or her country, then you have to listen it with politeness. And if you will be polite, if you will listen it carefully, then the other people will be encouraged to tell you more. Okay, whenever you are opening the conversation, you have to open the conversation with a small compliment. You have to open the conversation with a small compliment, like a compliment of their clothes, their recent successes, how the event is going, how you are enjoying the event, how the food is. So these are the small talks that are very much important, right? Some people of another countries do not like to talk about the personal matters. They are only interested in the professionalism. They are only interested in talking about their country, right? They are only interested in talking about the professional issues. They are not interested in the personal issues, right? While some of the countries, some of the people from the countries like India, they share their whole family history with the other people. This thing also we have to keep in mind, that we have to become professional or we have to become personal, right? So this was about the foreign business trip etiquettes. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Fine. Next topic is small talk etiquettes. Small talks are the talks that are not much important. Means if you are talking with someone informally, then that type of talks are known as small talk etiquettes. These type of small talk etiquettes are also important, right? The first one is, let us study some points on the basis of this. Limit the word I to a minimum. Some people have a habit of telling their story. They are not ready to listen anything of others, right? Tell your story in a short version and ask the other person to tell his or her story. Do not tell like मैंने ऐसा किया है, मैंने वैसा किया है. It will create a bad impression of yours. You have to pay attention while listening to others, and you have to also ask the questions regarding that. Do not interrupt him or her, right? Make others feel important by eye contact and follow-up questions. See, this is also important. Whenever you are communicating with someone, eye contact should be there. We have already studied this in the non-verbal communication. See, if you are talking with someone, if someone is talking and you are continuously watching the messages in your phone, or you are continuously doing something on your phone, then it will show disrespect. Okay, so eye contact is also important while you are communicating with someone. Avoid whispering. Some people have a habit that whenever three people are talking, then out of them two will be whispering. So whispering is risky because it sends a wrong message. Okay. That somebody is sharing the secrets and do not want to tell to the third person. Do not want to tell that particular thing to the third person, and it will affect your image on your work. Okay. Fourth is speak in a language that is inclusive. Speak your local language. If in a group of 5 people, 3 are Gujarati, 2 are Marathi, then you should prefer that you talk in the mother tongue, you talk in Hindi. Otherwise what happens, if the 2 people are talking in Marathi, then what the Gujaratis will think? They will think that they are talking something about them. So you have to talk in a language that is acceptable, that is known by each and every person of the group without interrupting, right? Okay, fifth one is try to remain neutral in the controversial topics. Okay, if someone else is bringing up a controversial topic, so it is desirable to talk in both the ways. Okay, or you do give your honest opinions, be polite while doing so. Okay, and if you are giving any suggestion, then you should be able to justify that why you are giving this suggestion. Okay, first of all, you have to try to become diplomatic. Now what is the meaning of diplomatic? It is totally neutral. You have to just give your opinion, neither here nor there. Okay, fine. Now let us study about the common small talk mistakes that people are doing. Some people are not knowing how to accept a compliment. If somebody is giving compliment of your clothes, then do not tell the price of the clothes. अगर किसी ने बोला है कि नाइस शर्ट, you should not say कि 1000 रुपए का लिए है. It is not proper, right? So what you have to say? Just you have to say thanks. Thanks for compliments. There is no need to say anything else about that particular shirt. Okay, so this is how you have to accept the compliment. So this is also the thing that you have to learn, and that is known as small talk etiquette. If somebody is looking tired, if somebody is looking fatter, or somebody is looking thinner, then you do not tell them directly. Okay, if somebody is looking very tired, then you have to say like, how's your day going? Is everything alright? How you are feeling today? Instead of criticizing the particular person, you have to talk in a positive manner, right? That how is your day going? How are you feeling today? Okay. See, some people have a habit to talk negative or complaining. Debbie Downer and Bob Bummer are the 2 examples. They are the characters that are always finding some mistakes in others. So it is better to stay positive instead of finding mistake in others and talking with them in a negative manner, right? So this is also important. I have been busy today but very productive. How about you? Instead of criticizing, instead of saying bad about your company, that my company is continuously harassing me, you have to talk in a productive manner, right? So these are some things that you have to learn about small talk etiquettes. See, sometimes some people while communicating are not asking questions, failing to ask questions. That is also not correct, because if you are communicating with someone, it is compulsory to exchange the ideas, exchange the information. The conversation should not be one-sided. If you are listening something, that you have to again ask the questions related with that. This will create the effectivity in the communication. So this was about the small talk etiquettes. In the next lecture we will talk about the another etiquettes.